Okay, so here are the rails, and here is our show.
Completely off. Completely gone today. What in the world? Derailed.
Yay, you're here. Welcome to the CK and GK podcast. Let's get going.
It's Tuesday.
Yay, you missed us. We're so glad you're here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Because, you missed us. I know it. I feel it.
Oh, absolutely.
Today we are talking about New Year's resolutions you can actually keep. And these are not necessarily resolutions so much as they are just like, do less this, more this. Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, like complete honesty here, we take turns writing each other's notes and what we're going to talk about. And full disclosure, I did not know anything that Jenny was going to be talking about today until I pulled these up. And I am obsessed with this topic. These seem like really accessible things that all of us can resolve to do in the coming year.
Thanks.
Love
I
it.
made it up.
I love it. It's great.
Like, a lot of times we are borrowing content from other people and we are sourcing it. We are letting those authors have credit where credit is due. But I made this up.
I love it.
I was thinking about what I'm going to do in 2024 and what I'm not going to do in 2024.
And we're going to share that with you. Yep.
Yeah, we'll share it with you. Before we get there, with me is Caitlin, who we can call Times Square because she is bright and busy and she's good for a good time on New Year's Eve.
Standing room only. Urine bags not included. Well, that's Jenny, my humble, intelligent golden retriever.
Maybe not when I'm drinking water next time.
I mean, I'm choosing to believe the golden retriever is a high compliment because they're so sweet.
Oh,
and loving
absolutely.
and caring, and they're just the best of friends for all cratures. So precious. All right, let's just do this. Let's get right into it. What are your resolutions?
All right. So these are things that I am doing less of in 2024.
Okay.
First, I am taking fewer pictures.
Oh.
A lot of times we say like, be present in the moment or practice mindfulness, blah, blah. Like I have to define what that looks like for me. I don't know what be present just like looks like. So this year I am quickly capturing the moment and then getting right back into it. I'm not going to try and stage the perfect picture. I'm not going to try and make sure the lighting is just right or, oh, Kit, you're not smiling properly, whatever. I'm just going to take the picture and move on because I want these pictures to just spark memories and experiences rather than just be a really great shot of the pastrami sandwich. I'm just going to eat my sandwich.
Yeah. I like that. I think there's a song, John Mayer, No More 3x5s, where he's just talking about like being in the moment. Like I'm going to stop sending you pictures because I want you to participate in this with me, right? Or I'm going to participate and stop sending it to you. Like I love that. I mean, pictures are wonderful, but it's the authenticity of the picture that matters the most, right? Like not the staging.
Yeah, and maybe it's not that I'm going to take less. Maybe I'm going to spend less time on pictures. Maybe I'm going to capture snapshots instead of artfully posed photographs.
Right. Candids, not poses. I love this. I also think this plays right into my whole, I would like a family picture for Christmas and then I don't take one. Right? Like,
right.
And I think it's just because I get lost in the day and I am just enjoying myself. Mm-hmm. I know this year I forgot for us to take a picture on Christmas. I have a picture from a few days before Christmas when we're at a basketball game and we took a selfie. But I know that that's Christmas of this year, and that's going to be my, like, I'm happy with that. I like this.
Oh my gosh. Our Christmas picture John and I are not in it. It's just the kids standing next to the fireplace. Abby is in a tank top from a cheer competition from like 4 years ago.
Perfect.
And Kit is wearing like a Baby Yoda t-shirt. Like, it's not cute. There's no matching plaid pajamas. Like, we've done all of that. But it was kind of funny. I was like, yeah, let's just take a picture.
I like it.
That's it. Okay. So, taking fewer pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I'm going to be doing less of is rushing.
Okay.
So, everyone says, slow down. Take a moment for yourself. Okay. So that is not also going to work for me. Like, I can't do this like slow down thing. But something I've been doing really poorly since the pandemic is honestly and accurately assessing urgency of tasks.
Ooh. Okay.
I could say like prioritize my family or make time for self-care, but that clearly hasn't worked. Okay.
Yeah.
We're 4 years in and I haven't made it work yet. So this year, I'm actually going to start asking myself some questions. Is this really urgent? Does it need to happen now? Does it need to happen today? Does it even need to happen this week?
This is something that even for work, I think it's a really valuable. I mean, for my personal life, yes. But for work, this is something I'm working on getting better at, because when there's an ask, I always feel like it needs to be done like end of day right now. Right. And what I need to be better at is saying, when's the deadline on this? What's the urgency of this task? And just having that, I actually think that what I'm probably going to do is like have a computer sticky note, like on my, not like a paper one that could fall off, but like a desktop sticky note that says, what's the urgency of this task, so that I can remind myself to ask it, because it's such a great mindfulness question. And for someone like me, and I believe this is probably you too, but with the ADHD issue of complete lack of time awareness. Right. Like I will get lost in a task, and before I know it, 3 hours have gone by and I've been working on the wrong thing. Right. Because the thing that I'm working on that I thought was a priority is not. So this is a great question. So less rushing, but more mindful prioritizing is a great way to do this. I love it. That's super helpful.
Okay. And the last thing that I am going to do less of in 2024 is I am buying less.
Okay.
Does this have financial motives? Of course it does. Right? If I'm buying less, I'm spending less. So that's a great thing. Mm-hmm. But that is not where this is coming from. This is practicing an attitude of gratitude and patience. Do I really need this? The question I really have to ask myself is, do the kids really need this?
Yes.
Dude, I buy so much stuff for my kids.
I know. Me too.
And it's just stuff.
I know. My house is full of stuff.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Right now, we need to clean up from the holidays. And I said, okay, well, I think the first thing we should do is clean the kids' room so that there's room for us to put all their new stuff in it. And I just realized as I said that, wow. Like, it's time. It's time to dial it back. So instead of just swinging in and getting a cup of coffee on the way to work, it's now a special treat on a weekend day. I'm going to stay at the coffee shop.
Okay.
I am not going to take a picture of my coffee, but I am going to stay there and drink in, pun intended, the whole experience.
Love it.
Okay. I am also not going to be buying everything that has been sold to me by the media, social or news. Buying less. Okay. So if I'm doing less things, I'm also going to be doing more.
You have time for more. So
I will have time for more.
Yeah.
So here are some things I'm going to be doing more.
Okay.
I'm moving more. Now, this is going to be great for my body. Maybe I'll see some changes, but this is not about like penance for eating something that is a quote unquote bad food. That's not it.
You don't mean moving houses. You mean moving your body. I understand.
Moving
now.
my body. Yes. Sorry.
I was like, wait, where are you going?
No. No, I am going to walk to the mailbox,
For those of you who don't know, she lives in a community where there's one section for all the mailboxes. She does not.
Oh,
have
yeah,
the
yeah,
mailbox
yeah.
attached
Sorry,
to the
guys.
house.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Mine is attached to my door.
Yeah, but that's because your house was built before mine.
Right.
And I remember the first time we moved to a neighborhood where all the mailboxes were together. My sister, who's like 8 at the time, says, okay, I'm going to go check the mail. And my dad looks at her and says, do you know what to do if there's a package?
Yeah, with the key.
And she was like, yeah, I know what to do if there's a package. You take the key out of the mailbox and then you open the package locker with the matching key. But that has been a quote that has lived on in my family for like 30 years.
Do you know what to do?
Do you know what to do if there's a package?
Yeah. I like it.
Anytime someone asks a question that's like, clearly I know how to do this, but what if there's a package?
Right.
Okay. So anyway, walking to the mailbox, even just for the idea of decompressing in the evening, it's a 10-minute walk there and back. Maybe it's getting down on the floor and playing with the kids.
Yeah. There are tons and tons and tons of apps that can help with this. There are some that I really particularly enjoy. I can't even speak right now. Particularly enjoy. There we go. And I use Headspace for meditations, but Headspace has like mindfulness for walking, and sometimes it's walking in the city, and you can say like, I'm going to walk for 5 minutes, and it will just help you kind of do that. But there's one that's like walking through anger, walking through it, and it's all kinds of different emotions. But you can, if you're looking to move more, even if it's just for a 10-minute break, you set that. Yeah. And by the time it's done, you've not only done a little meditation, but you've moved your body a little bit too.
I love this. This is so good. Yeah. See, this is why I'm telling you these things.
It's good.
So in line with meditation, I am also going to be sleeping more.
Oh, yeah. It's my favorite hobby.
Okay. We all know the rules. We all know that we're not supposed to have screen time. We need our 7 to 9. This year, I am committed to ending my day with reading.
Ooh.
Instead of TV.
Okay.
Now, it might be complete and utter trash from the drugstore, but I'm still going to read. It's a book.
Could be a magazine.
Could be a magazine. I got for Christmas it's a reading light that goes around your neck.
Like a
this is
shock
the worst
collar?
explanation. Yes, like
a
shock
shock collar.
Yes,
Okay.
like a shock collar. But it has adjustable brightness, and you can change the color of the light. So there's warm and there's cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it.
I have been reading by like a study lamp.
Yeah.
And it is bright, and it makes it difficult for John to sleep.
But this
thing, like, it just sits around your neck, and I can just like press the button on, off.
Perfect.
Change the brightness. It's so cool.
Does it charge? Sorry. Is it chargeable?
Yes,
Okay.
it charges.
Okay.
Yes, it's very cool. And it goes with my sleeping headphones, so I can put on my little music and read my book. I don't really have issues with sleep. I am very lucky in that in my entire life, there's only been like 1 or 2 periods where I've had some sleep problems, but for the most part, I can fall asleep pretty easily and stay asleep. I know the quality of rest for my body will be better if I'm not ending my day with TV or phone. Okay. So I'm sleeping more. And I'm learning more.
You are a good learner. I have to say, I understand.
Thanks.
Like, you are someone who is always committed to learning. I mean, we had an episode where you talked about how your obsession is worms, and you are a lifelong learner for sure. I am what they call an information hoarder, where I'm like, oh, this would be so good to return to, and then I never return to it. So I've
never heard of information hoarder. I like it.
I don't know that it's helpful. I don't know that it's a good thing, but I would like to join you on this one where I don't even need to seek out more information. I just want to go through the things I've collected and actually read them. So I'm going to commit to this one as well. Okay.
I love it.
Say what you were going to say.
So this could be reading in bed, something informative instead of a trashy drugstore novel. It could be trying something new. Like maybe it's rock climbing for you. Maybe it's a new recipe. Maybe it is mastering the perfect winged eyeliner. I don't know what it is, but learn something. So I'm challenging myself to dig in and really experience learning when the opportunities come along.
This podcast is perfect for that. We have so many learning episodes.
We are teaching you things.
We are teaching you things.
Okay. And the last one is the worst, and I already hate it. It's only January 2nd, and I want to break this resolution right now. But if I'm doing less and doing more, and I'm trying to grow myself, I am going to be meeting more people.
Oof.
I hate small talk so much that we did an episode on how to avoid it.
Yes, we did.
But every awkward, uncomfortable small talk conversation is a chance to expand my tribe, to gain a fresh perspective. Geez, it might be a great way to find a new babysitter. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I am going to push myself this year. I'm going to join the book club. I'm going to go to the alumni happy hour. I'm going to strike up a conversation in the preschool parking lot.
Oof.
I'm going to do those things.
I commend you. This is one I'm not so
I already
inclined
hate
to join
it.
in
Yeah,
on.
no.
Now, that's not to say that I don't like meeting new people. I don't mean that. What I mean is I'm so uncomfortable even thinking about this that I'm just gonna watch you meet new people, and then I'll just jump in with a sarcastic
I'll
remark.
introduce you
Right
to new people.
I will be prepared with the snarky comment that endears me to others, and that is how I will make my friends.
Yes, that is exactly it. I am not going to wait for someone to introduce me to new people. I am going to meet them myself.
You're going to introduce yourself. I like
When I
this.
go and pet someone's dog, I always say, "Can I meet your dog?"
Okay, when someone's dog comes up to me or I meet someone's dog, I always say hi to the person first and not hi to the dog first, because it always irritated me when I'd be holding my baby son and someone'd be like, "Oh, hi, baby." And I'm like, "Hi, I'm his mother. Could you just say hi to me first?" And like be a snotty brat about it. So I do the same thing with the animal. Like, "Hi."
So that's where I was going to
Good
go
morning.
with this. is-
Also, may I meet your dog? Like I do.
Yeah.
I do greet the person.
Well, and I'm so bad at that because I'll just be like, "Oh, can I meet your dog?" And I'll pet the dog and talk to the dog, and then I'll be like, "Oh, thanks," and like not even introduce myself to the person.
I'm your neighbor. We live next door. I don't even know your name, but I know that your dog is 3 years old and it's this breed.
And his name is Frankie.
Right, exactly. I bought it a toy for Christmas. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So those kinds of things. I'm going to stretch myself.
I love it.
Speaking of stretch, let's take a quick little break and stretch. Move
Love
our
it.
bodies more.
Need it.
We're being held captive by FedEx.
Ugh,
We have
the
a package
worst.
coming that requires a signature.
Oh, so frustrating. Bummer.
Right. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let's talk about what we're obsessed with. And I'm going first
Do it.
because I have been obsessed with this for a week. The Pop-Tarts Bowl.
I'm so glad this happened just for the memes alone. Like, the memes are fire.
It's
I sent
great.
you one that was the Pope, instead of
Like-
holding his like communion wafer, he's holding
Yes.
the Pop-Tart, and the Pop-Tart is saying dreams really do come true. I think I laughed at that out loud for probably a solid 7 minutes. Like, it
Okay.
made me, and I sent it to my very Catholic brother who will never hear this, and he was like, okay, like that's
That's like a little funny. Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, we did not have a dog in the fight, but we watched
No.
the whole Pop-Tarts Bowl waiting for this edible mascot.
Oh yeah.
The announcers even said, "We know people are not watching this for the teams. They are just here to see the edible mascot."
Right. Yes. Okay, wait. Can I read you my favorite meme from this, or my favorite tweet about the Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Yes.
Because I didn't.
But that was the announcers.
Right.
Like actually saying, "No one cares about this game. Bring on the Pop-Tart."
Okay. This is from Brandon Wall at Waldo. WALLDO. Twitter is cool because you can log off to go pick someone up from the airport and have dinner, and when you come back, your entire timeline is nothing but people worshiping an anthropomorphic Pop-Tart that was paraded around, then ritualistically sacrificed at an altar. It was so good. It was so good.
Oh my gosh.
You guys.
So funny.
It was
yeah.
the Pop-Tarts bowl. I hope that they bring it back. I hope it's a thing.
Oh, they
every
have
year.
to. They have to.
It's
okay,
I think
so
this
here's
is the
the
first
thing.
time Pop-Tart sponsored a bowl, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay. All right.
Okay. So the game is coming to a close and we are chanting at our house, eat the tart, eat the tart, eat the tart. And then they cut to the studio.
Ew.
Right? We're like, excuse me, what's happening? So then they cut back, but they had already started eating it.
Yeah.
We missed the whole transformation, the whole thing. So we had to watch on YouTube the next day, but I have watched it a couple of times since then. The Pop-Tart goes down in the toaster and then comes out the side as an edible one.
It was hysterical. My brother goes, as opposed to what kind of Pop-Tart? Aren't all Pop-Tarts edible? And I was like, no. It was a mascot.
The mascot.
Right.
Now, I thought it was going to be someone in an edible costume.
I did too. I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't that.
And I was watching it dance around on the field and like make jokes. And I looked at John and said, I could be a hell of a Pop-Tart. I feel like I have got mascot vibes.
I think you do too. You totally have mascot vibes.
So this time next year,
who knows?
you might know an edible Pop-Tart. I'm going to apply for the gig. I don't know what the casting is like, but
oh man.
When I was in college, I was in a contest dressed like an iPod for a chance to win an iPod.
Oh,
and this is how old I am. That is an iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
iPod.
But I made a giant mascot-esque costume out of a mattress.
Oh, a mattress, not like massive cardboard. Okay.
Yeah. And then I sewed a giant, essentially pillowcase that looked like a Pop-Tart that looked like an iPod and pulled it over the costume. Sure. And and so then I cut a little window so I could see out. But I danced around in my little, actually pretty large iPod costume. And I did not win the iPod, the tap dancing iPod one.
You are a very extra person, but this might just take the Pop-Tart in terms of what kind of level of extra you are, as opposed to take the cake. I was making a joke. Yes. But oh my, you danced around as an iPod to try and get a free iPod.
To try and get one. And I'm telling you, this was a twin mattress size costume that I climbed inside.
Heavy. Was it heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did end up using it again for Halloween. So at least there was that.
Okay. All your work. Not for nothing.
I wish I had kept the pillowcase.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Like, I could probably have a use for that now.
Yeah. You could probably just take like a top sheet and... Why are we doing this? Why are we thinking about this?
Okay, moving on. All right.
Anyway,
all right. So what are you
obsession.
obsessed with?
Okay, I have two things. One is I got my nails done for New Year's, and
they're so fancy.
They're sparkles. They're so
Y'all,
fun.
it looks like she like dipped them in glitter.
It's
like they have this really great almond shape, and the tips are like sparkly.
I'm very much a pointy almond shaped girl. Like I can't do stiletto. It's too long for me. I have to be able to type. But I love the pointy almond. So that's been my thing. And then I usually do a solid color. I don't do designs. I'm very classic in that sense. I'll do like wacky colors. Like I don't care. I mean, I'll do blue and whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But I opted for have like negative space. So like the bottom of my nail is just the natural color. And then there's like gold. It fades into like an ombre gold glitter at the tip. And I am obsessed with them. I love them. They're so fun.
They look like you could be Tinkerbell and like sprinkle fairy dust on people.
Oh my gosh, maybe I could. I used to do glitter snaps with my friends when I worked at the bank. We used to just put glitter in our hands and then do like a RuPaul like snap and just watch the glitter make an arc. My boss hated it. I bet the cleaning crew didn't like it very much either. Okay, so that's one.
When I was a dork in high school and I was the drum major, we used to throw glitter as part of our salute.
Oh, Yeah, you did.
It looked really great under the Friday Night Lights.
I'm sure it did.
Okay, sorry.
Again,
your other
extra.
obsession.
My other obsession. I like to try out new technology, especially like, any sort of software. I just really geek out over it.
Yes.
But I had a client that specifically uses Notion instead of Google Docs.
Okay.
And I was very anti until I started using it. And I love Notion right now. Love.
Okay, so I know nothing about Notion.
This is a software program that you can create wikis for, journals. If you have like a meeting notes template, you can create a button that will select or that will create the template for you and just add on to a running list of things. I've been planning out all of our show stuff in it. I have a calendar of all of our like content that's going out. I have made all of these things in Notion with free Notion templates, and I have a free Notion account. So this is not me spending money. This is just me.
Oh.
Yeah. And I kind of want to get you into it and see how you feel about switching things over to it, because I love it that much. I just love it that much. It would be really nice and easy for us to use. So if you haven't tried Notion yet, highly recommend. Also, put some sparkles on your fingernails if that's your thing, and see how happy it makes you. Those are my obsessions right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, just like your sparkly nails, I have a gem of the week.
Okay.
My son was not there for this, but we did get the report anyhow. Our preschool is amazing, and the director is hilarious and very, very responsible. Okay, so anytime anything happens at school, she's always sending him a note like, oh, someone has flu, or the AC is out today, but it's going to be back on in a little bit, or we're going to actually go outside even though it's below 60 degrees. Make sure you have a coat. But the emails are always short. The title is the email. Like, she's great at it.
Yeah.
But this email was a little alarming.
Uh-oh.
There was an incident at school. Some whippersnapper teenagers, because they were off from school, climbed on top of the preschool.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And, she emails back. She emails all the parents like, hey, everybody's safe. It's not a big deal, but we did have some teenagers climb on top of our building today. So my lovely husband, knowing that the director is funny and would appreciate this, emailed her back.
Oh, no.
A 3-word email. Hide your kids.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And then she emails him back and says, I had the same thought. I actually told them to scram.
Oh, you get off my lawn, kid.
Yeah.
Shakes fist.
Yes.
Erg. Oh,
Hide your kids.
hide your kids. Oy. Well,
So dumb.
yeah, exactly. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. My child is in his Godzilla era.
Yes.
This has lasted a long time for most eras. For a while it was dinosaurs, and then it was cars, then it was back to dinosaurs, and now we're in the Godzilla. We have Godzilla Monopoly. We have all of the Godzilla things, right? And it's not just like the creature, it's all of the accompanying kaiju monsters, that go along with it. It's wanting to go visit Tokyo. It's so much. Well,
for my sister's 30th birthday, her husband built her a tiny town out of cardboard boxes, and she got an inflatable Godzilla costume and smashed the tiny city.
please tell me there's a video of this.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But maybe that's what Sam needs. Like,
Yeah. Like a
he
Lego
could be
town,
Godzilla.
and he could be Godzilla. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I would say, like, get in the inflatable dinosaur costume that you got him, but then he'll be like, but it's not Godzilla. It's not
But that's not
realistic. Right.
Godzilla.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm. Maybe if we did it with, I'm thinking of magnet tiles. We could build a little city with magnet tiles. Anyway, doesn't matter. So there's a new show on Apple TV, and it's like a Godzilla and the monsters sort of show, and it got Kurt Russell in it, and
Oh, wow.
and it's good. It's a good show. I'm surprisingly enjoying watching it with my child. And there's a scene where there's a giant footprint, and one of the actresses is standing in this giant footprint, and someone's like, you hear in the background, what is she standing in? And then they like pan out to some like destroyed city, and I just hear my son as he's watching go, "That's Big G's work." Yep. It's Big G's work. So in case you didn't know, Godzilla's nickname is now Big G.
Big G. I love it. I love
Big
it.
G's.
That's Big
I
G.
just look right. It's like I'm like fully expecting to like have some sort of 90s rap beat like drop in the background.
Oh, yes. I already in my head. Oh, well, speaking of cute,
Yes.
we're going to tie a little bow around this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to start the year off right with a shameless plug. Don't forget to review us. Please tell your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Share.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it costs nothing to share us with a friend. So if you have a friend who's looking to expand their podcast repertoire or also wanting to learn new things, please share our show. We would really appreciate it.
And something that you could do more of in 2024. Make good choices.
And get your own Big G's work done. Yeah, in 2024, you got this. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey friends, thanks for listening to the CK and GK podcast. Find us at CK and GK podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, or anywhere else that you pod. See you next time.